Hello everyone, Chocolo Roberto for another video review. This time we have Ritter Sport's Spring Special, or Spring Speciality, Johannisbeer Streusel, which, well, I put it into Google Translate, it tells me it's currant, but to me, that looks like a cranberry. And I know beer is, I'm quite sure beer is a translation of berry from German. As you can tell, this is a German Ritter Sport bar, and they look like cranberries, don't look like currants to me. But Google tells me currants, but common sense to me tells me cranberry. So I'll let you decide, but just bear it in mind, I guess. but yes, as you can see, as you can see, yeah, it's a German bar. This one is, I don't think you can get this in the UK. It does say new on it, but I'm sure this is from last spring. Although you know, it's kind of good timing because we're nearing spring now as I record this. Yeah, so it does say Spring Special here. And it's got the colour variety logo here, and as I say, it does say new. Without digressing too much, the colour variety basically means you have all these different colours on the top, I assume anyway, and the different names there, and you can line them up and make a big library of chocolates. Yes, one day. But having said that, it's white at the bottom, so I don't know how that works. Yeah, normally the Ritter Sport bars are all the same colour all the way around, but some of them do have a different top and bottom, so that possibly destroys that, because I'm sure, you know, sure there'll be many of them to white, so you'd have to keep it the other way around, I guess. And I'm assuming that's a unique colour as well. So I have this other spring variety one, which is yellow at the bottom, yellow at the top and white at the bottom. So yeah, and just having this one doesn't say new at the top, as this one does. There we go. Anyway, go to review that one if you want. It's a white yogurt crisp, I think it is. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, white yogurt mousse. There we go. Right, so anyway, yeah, so I forgot actually I got so carried away with cranberry or currant that I forgot about this bit. And yeah, I have translated, got a little post-it note with lots of bits translated on here. So currant crumble, basically, or cranberry crumble, one or the other. So streusel is crumble, or thereabouts. So yeah, so it's got a typical fare. Other than that, square practical good on the back. Quality chocolate squared is the UK equivalent. Not the same translation, but there we go. Yeah, it looks quite pleasant, I think you'd say. It's quite nice. Okay, the sort of red, red and pink, and white, of course. Yeah, which does match actually the chocolate itself, I'd say. Maybe not the white, but yeah. And it says on the back, yeah, so filled full milk chocolates with currants or cranberry. Let's see, skimmed yogurt cream, and let's see, roughly, I mean, crumble biscuit pieces. There we go, and also with red currants or red cranberry crisps. There we are. So hopefully I've done pretty well there. My German's improving all the time, but I did actually translate this beforehand. Yeah. So there we go. So just to go over that again. So it's yeah, filled with full milk chocolates with currant or cranberry, skimmed yogurt cream. That's 40%, and it's got sort of crumble biscuit pieces, 3.5%, and red cranberry crisps or currant crisps. It's a 100 gram bar. It's got 563 calories per 100 grams. This is so the whole thing. 36 grams of fat. 21 of which are saturates. Yeah, I don't my reading and maths and all my skills are going gradually depleting every week. I do these reviews. I don't know what's going on at all. But do let me know if you're spotting a consistent trend of me just spiraling out of control into a cesspit of nothing. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully it's just the fact that I've just not been up very long. I'm fingers crossed anyway. So yeah, so I think it's the equivalent really of a regular chocolate bar is probably half of this. I mean, they're usually about 40 grams actually, so half of this obviously is 50. But I think you'd probably, I imagine when you get this, you wouldn't divide into 3. You know, you would half it and eat the half probably, wouldn't you? So it's probably better to emphasise the 50% of it, and easier for my brain as well, which is always good. So yeah, so what have we got? So half of it's about 281.5 calories, I think, for half of it. And then, what is it now, 18 grams of fat, yeah, and 10.5 of which are saturated. So for half the bar, you're talking 281.5 calories. And then also 18 grams of fat, and 10.5 of which are saturates. That's for half the bar, 50 grams. Yeah, so as I always say, it's got some flourishes at the side, but you can't, I think they're acceptable flourishes really, it's just to give it a way to open it in a way, I guess. They've got this sort of flow wrapper affair, we split it down the seam. I guess subconsciously it does make you think it's slightly bigger than it is, but you know, not too bad. So I think we should give it an open. Yeah, I just noticed it's got like a little pink line going on the side, and quite like that. That's quite a nice little touch. Didn't have to do that, but they have. There we go as well. Yes, let's give it an open. There's a 4x4 one, this one. Some Ritter Sport bars, you change it. I think the yoghurt ones tend to be a 3x3. They have big chunks. The very heavy dark chocolate ones are like 8x8 or something. They're all still the same size, 100 grams. But the regular ones are 4x4, and yeah, this is a regular one. So there we go. One is 4x4, says Ritter Sport on it. Flat on the other side. Yeah, it's quite nice. So they're all roughly, I think they all measure exactly the same. So I think it's like 9.1 centimetres across. Yeah, 9.1 and 9.1. So they're pretty consistent. At the top, obviously, it's not straight. It doesn't go straight up, so they're saving a bit there, but still 100 grams. So it's about 8.7 now, 8.8 centimetres. And height-wise, 1.2. Thereabouts. Yeah, almost. Yes, that's fair. Can't smell any particular fruity smell from it. You smell chocolate, of course, which is lovely in itself. Yeah, I think we should give it a snap. So what's good about these is they usually, you can see here, the creaminess there. It does usually fill all the way to the top of the dome with these, so it does look surprisingly similar to the front as well, I think you'd say. These ones have a habit of not looking the same, but I think you would say that's pretty much spot on. And the red's not quite, well, I say spot on, the red's not, I think it's more shadows than what I was seeing actually, rather than actually pieces of red cranberry or currant pieces. Yeah, so, yeah, it's not so spot on actually. There's no red pieces there at all. Yeah, okay. Right, well, yes, it's not, so there's no red pieces. I'm sure there's some somewhere, or at least probably not quite as prominent coloured. Let's just give it an open so you can see down the middle. So you can see, here we go, some red pieces there. Split away there. So you can see, yeah, some red pieces there. So it's still not quite the same. You can see there's also like a white crispy pieces there. Yeah. Guess they're claiming that's the crumble bits, I guess. Just like rice bits to me though, really, but it doesn't label them as rice pieces on the back, so which they often do in these ones. Yeah, so very nice. So it's got little white crispy pieces, which is the crumble, I guess. Yeah, crumble biscuit pieces. So it's not rice pieces, and of course you've got the currant or cranberry pieces there. I'm sure they're cranberry really, but there we go. So you can see as well. So it does go into the dome with the chocolate. It's not just doesn't stay flat like it does there. It actually goes into the dome. So yeah, I like that. Okay, I think let's give it a taste. There's definitely a fruity taste there. Now, yeah, I think this is cranberry, to be honest with you, because cranberry is quite a dry flavour. I've had cranberry juice. I've never had a cranberry itself. I've had cranberry juice. I wasn't a fan particularly. I've never had it again. No desire to eat cranberries, but but this tastes too bad. It's not too bad actually. I love the yogurty taste with it. So the taste of cranberry isn't massively strong, but it's there. Obviously because of the nice yogurty taste. Subtle crunchy bits. Yeah, I think you definitely can tell the difference between those and rice crunchy bits. They're a bit softer. Yeah, definitely quite a strong taste in your mouth with a. I'm sure it's cranberry. I don't think it's currants. I'm quite sure it's cranberries. Well, I'm sure currants come from grapes as well. Anyway, they're not grapes, are they? You know, I'm no expert on this sort of thing. I could be totally wrong, but to me, cranberries. Or just some kind of berry, I don't know. Let's go cranberry. Could be anything really, couldn't it? But, you know, anyway. Yeah, so, yeah, it's got a tartness to it there. It's a bit sweeter. It's got basically the taste of the yogurt, which does have a tartness as well, but it's a bit more subdued in this one as opposed to just the pure, you know, white yogurt mousse that I reviewed before. It's quite nice. There's a few yogurt fruity ones that Ritter Sport, I'm sure did a summer collection as well, I think, with other yogurt ones. So they've done a spring set of yogurts and a summer set of yogurts. I think it does have a distinct taste, actually, this one. It's hard to say whether it's any better or worse than the other ones because I haven't had them I've had them a couple of months ago. It's very similar though. I think but I think this one's quite nice. I think it's got a, you know, it's not too much overpowering taste and you know, that kind of, I don't know, it's just not too tangy. It's just about right, really. There's definitely a distinct flavour there. And it is quite a sort of tart flavour. It could be because it's mixed in with the yogurt as well, but there's more to it than that, I think. Yeah, I like it. I do like it, actually. I think it works really well. I think it's just a good balance between the flavour and the yogurt. Yeah, I do like it. And the crispy bits are quite. When you touch your tongue on the crispy bits, the sort of cranberry crispy bits or whatever fruit it is, or berry or whatever. Yeah, I think it's it does really sort of, you get a massive sort of not quite sour, but there's a sourish taste on your tongue, and it's quite nice actually. It's just, you know, quite a subtle thing again. It's all not too massively over the top. Because there's not loads of those cranberry pieces. There's quite a lot more biscuit pieces. Yeah, I like it. You can go through it quite quickly. Yes, I think it's very nice. I think the chocolate's nice as well. Which again, the chocolate's not massively. I think most of these Ritter Sport bars, when they're like this, the chocolate doesn't really overpower too much. It's just there to complement the main flavours, and again that's the case here. I just think it works really well. I don't know if it's the chocolate I would go. It's not my chocolate of choice, I don't think, this one. Generally the yogurt ones, they're just a bit too, I don't know, just a bit too sickly sweet for me, the yogurt flavours. I mean, maybe not sweet, but a bit too sickly, I guess. I'm not sure. It's just a bit too much for me, really. I think I prefer, you know, a bit less of it for me, for my taste. But you know, it's still nice though, and I do appreciate it. And I just think as an overall bar experience, I probably, even though I've eaten half of it already, I can't believe I've done that. But I think I prefer perhaps a bit less normally. And I think that would, you know, a bit less yogurt in there, and I think that's what would sell it for me. Maybe, I'm not sure. But having said that, people who do like it would want this amount in there, so you get your money's worth, really. So I can't really complain about it at all. And I do like the crunchy biscuit piece in there, and the sort of the tartness of the cranberry pieces as well. Yeah, there's not loads of those cranberry pieces in there. You know, I think you can go through perhaps a segment without really knowing if there's one in there or not. I haven't noticed that we tasted one in this chunk, for instance. I think the proportion of those is a bit disappointing. And there's lots of the crumble pieces, but not much of the cranberry pieces. Yeah, although you wouldn't tell that from the percentages on the back. It says 3.5 and 1% for the crumble pieces, but there's definitely more crumble pieces in there. You can taste them a lot. So I think probably a low 4 out of 5 for me. I think maybe a high 3.5 out of 5. I do like it. It's definitely not as sickly as the white yogurt mousse I reviewed before. That was a bit sickly, that one, but this one doesn't have that sickliness at all. You could quite happily just go for the whole thing, and I think that's something different for these yogurt ones. They normally are quite sickly, and I've not got that from this one at all. So it's probably one of the better ones, I think, definitely. I do like it a lot, and you don't often see it cranberry and chocolate, or whatever it is in chocolate. You do get currants in chocolate often, but I'm sure it's cranberry, as I say. So I think a 4 out of 5. As I say, possibly a low 4, but I'm impressed. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I did like it a lot. But I think the yogurt filling just isn't my filling of choice, really. But I did enjoy this, and I would eat it again. But probably would go for other bars above it. But yeah, it's nice. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me to subscribe, like my videos. Always feel free to leave a comment. It's always great to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again, everyone. Take care. Bye.